I think I see two sides of the coin because I'm a mental health nurse and I also am a survivor of a loved one's suicide. So one of the big things that we decided straight away when we learned what had happened, one of the big things that we decided as a family, the three of us, that we were not going to do was like keep the cause of his death under wraps. You know, he died from suicide. And so his obituary read that he lost his years-long battle to depression. That is something that I think getting rid of the stigma associated with mental illness and treatment for it, I think that's a huge piece of suicide prevention and intervention. When more people feel like they are not crazy, when more people feel like this is maybe not a normal part of life, but something that isn't the end of the road or the bottom of the hole, you know, there are ways out. Those are things that I think that can help prevent suicide. And you know, all of us in my family now are treated for mental illness. We have been seeing mental health professionals. We take medications for depression and anxiety, and I'm happy to talk with anyone who asks me questions about that. I'm not afraid to say it any more than I would say I have high blood pressure or, you know, any other medical condition. There is no shame in getting help, and there is no shame in being ill. And those are things that I would say that, you know, reducing that stigma. You know, on social media, I see sometimes that people will say, oh, this crime happened because that person was treated for mental illness. That's, you know, that's no more true than any other illness necessarily. I mean, I would want to list all of the other things that they were treated for in that case. And yet that's no one's business. You know, one of the things that I am more interested in now than ever before is being a proponent of police departments not being the sole contact with people who are in mental health crises. We have got to, as communities and as society, we have got to bolster our crisis intervention teams and fund those, because we were told that this is an adult man who doesn't want to be contacted, and yet he had locked himself in a hotel room, having intentionally separated himself, hiding himself basically from his family, and having done a few days worth of research on suicide methods. It was heartbreaking to be told that the police officer and his supervisor had determined that they were not going to open that door, even though they could. They were not going to. And when I got to the hotel the next day, the security officer was still on duty. And he met me at the door to the hotel room at 6 a.m. when I first went. And I thought I was in trouble at first. I said, I'm not going to cause any problems. I'm not here to cause problems. I simply want to be here. And he put his arms around me. And he said, I'm so sorry that we couldn't open the door last night. And that was so hard.
Yeah.
Who knows if it could have saved him?
Yeah.
But I thought, if there's someone on the Kansas Avenue Bridge who is planning to jump and saying that they're going to jump, would a police officer drive by and say, they're an adult? They don't want to be contacted. And I know that there are laws that are different in hotels. And yet, laws can be changed. And those are things that I'm looking for in the future. I haven't taken action on them yet because I am still very deeply in the grieving process, and busy raising kids. So if you know someone who is talking about ways or is thinking about, is someone who is saying that, giving any indication that they are feeling hopeless, and I would say this for citizens, police officers, mental health professionals, interventionists. I would hope there wouldn't be a limit to what we can do as a community and as a society to help people, rather than just to say, well, he's an adult or she's an adult. So
yeah. And really, I don't have too much to add from what Mom said, but yeah, I 100% agree that we need to have, this needs to have some light shed on it, and we need to have this more, we need to have this known. And so I've been taking actions such as having NAMI in our school yearbook, and having that known to all the kids at my school, and so we've been working really hard to get it known to the people. So that's just kind of my thoughts to be added on to Mom's. So yeah,